Hello and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest. You're watching Playing with Fyra. This is Fyra, still getting used to saying that. Gonna feel awkward for a while, probably. Might comment on it for a little bit, but eventually we'll get used to it. In the last episode, we made it here to Kakariko Village. We're here in the graveyard. And in this episode, we're going to explore Kakariko Village in the night and during the day. And we're going to head up to Death Mountain and see if we can find the Gorons. It's 1:13 now. The grave digging tour is over now. I, Dampe, the gravekeeper, am in bed. Go away and play. Maybe you'll find a ghost. Yeah, that's what I thought. You have to come here earlier at night. Well, there are still some things to do here without him. You can mess with the graves, and you will in fact find ghosts. This is a Poe. If you stare at it with L targeting, it will disappear. That basically means that you're supposed to not look at it. I'm not gonna bother fighting this thing. It'll go away if we zone. You can fight them. They drop Poe souls that I believe you can use to heal yourself, something like that. But it's not super important. We don't care about those guys yet. We'll care about a different sort of Poe later. What we really care about is this over here. There should be something to read. Yeah, here we go. Royal Composer Bros, Sharp the Elder, R.I.P. That's a special ghost. Can you read this one too? Yes. Royal Composer Bros, Flat the Younger, R.I.P. We will not be fighting them. There's no need. There is actually... I'm doing this in the wrong... No, I'm not. Never mind. There's the Triforce symbol here, which means we can play Zelda's Lullaby. Anytime you see that symbol, playing Zelda's Lullaby will make something happen. Usually it'll grant you access to something. You noticed that when we came over here, it started raining. Spooky. This game does have a couple of things that are pretty freaky, especially as a kid. To be fair, I never played this game as a really young child, but this probably would have freaked me out a little bit. We're in the royal family's tomb, and there's gonna be some stuff down here that's a little bit hard for us at this point in the game, but not this room. Is this going to be different? I don't think this counts as a dungeon for Master Quest purposes. This is a kill room. We have to find all the bats. The easiest way to do that is to get them to come for you. Should be one. Yeah, it's right over there. I want to say there's 5 in total, so there should be... Nope, we got them. I don't have... Well, I have 3 hearts, I guess. This room freaks me out a little bit. There are re-deads in here. These enemies are a bit tough for this point of the game, honestly. You get hurt by walking through there, but you also don't trigger the re-deads. Re-deads are... Whoa, what's that? Bones. Re-deads are recurring enemies in the Zelda series. I want to say they actually debuted in this game. They freeze you in place, and they have a ton of health, and they can come and attack you fairly quickly. They're not that bad, but they're not great at this point in the game. We've got a musical staff here. This poem is dedicated to the memory of the dearly departed members of the royal family. The rising sun will eventually set. A newborn's life will fade. From sun to moon, moon to sun. Give peaceful rest to the living dead. This is an interesting poem, huh? Interesting is one way to put it. Something is inscribed on the tombstone. It's the secret melody of the Composer Brothers. Keep the sun song in your heart. I think that's the same pattern for playing... Well, I don't know if that's the same in Wind Waker. But anyway, we got the Sun Song. Arguably the most useful song in the game. You've learned the Sun Song. The Sun Song will, as you might expect, restless souls wander where they don't belong. Bring them calm with the Sun Song. The Sun Song does two things. The end of the poem is the hint to the first thing it does, and that's that it freezes undead enemies in place so they can't attack you. Now that we have this, we can take out the Redeads. You don't really have to, but I'll show it off just because I can. I kind of remember the Sun Song because it goes down and up, like the setting and the rising sun, and then you just sort of have to remember that it starts with right. Alright, I don't know if this is going to be enough to kill it. Yep, got it. The other creepy thing is that they lie down on the ground and they just stay there for a while. Yeah, these guys are freaky. This, I think, is the game where they are the least freaky. I'm going to play the Sun Song again, because I don't have any faith in these guys to still stay frozen at this point. But yeah, they're the least freaky that they'll ever be in this game, just because, you know, the graphics aren't fantastic. But their big thing that scares me so much is that they scream, and that scream is what freezes Link in place. Oh, hold on. There we go. Yeah, so they'll scream and then you'll be stuck. And in this game, I think you can break out of it by mashing the A button. I don't think it's even that difficult. And in this game, it's just like a stock scream sound effect, so it's not that scary. Oh my god, in Wind Waker, these guys terrify me. Absolutely terrified. I don't really want to get into it, but I have kind of a thing with, like, high-pitched sound effects. It just kind of bothers me. You guys aren't going to drop me anything? Alright, I did all that for nothing then. But now that we're armed with the Sun Song, we can go back out to the graveyard and make it day. Oh, I know why Navi's doing that. There's nothing to do. At least I think I know why she's doing that. It's not important. Oh, it already made it daytime for us. How about that? Don't know what time it is, though. I wonder if... I seem to remember being able to do something with these guys. Like, maybe playing the Sun Song does something? Hold on. I'll get used to playing the songs. The Sun Song I will probably commit to memory, because I'm going to be using it so often. Did that do anything? No, it just teleported us here. Maybe we do have to fight these guys. Oh, you know what? I might actually be thinking of Majora's Mask. Because in Majora's Mask, there's something that these guys do, but I don't know if it's this game. Come back, please? How do I get it to come back? Oh, he's back. I'll see what happens if I beat them. Is it just gonna drop? Yeah, it just dropped a regular postal. Oh, no it didn't. Yeah, you killed me. Huh? Oh, it's you. Did you try to play the Sun Song? Like I told you before, with that song you can turn day to night or night to day whenever you want. When you're in darkness, that song should bring the sun's light to you. You should try it. Oh. So it looks like you were supposed to try to kill them before. Well, I guess that's something I'll have to show off in a bonus video. Already talking about that. There's probably going to be stuff to do for this game. While we're here at night, I might as well look for the Skulltulas. I think they're out of reach. Pretty sure that one up there is the only one, and then there's another one over here. This is what the bugs do. There's also a very convenient glitch with the bugs, where if you drop them by a hole, they'll go into the hole, and then before the cutscene happens, you can actually just get them back. And I'm pretty sure that doesn't negate what's supposed to happen either. Yep. Out pops a golden Skulltula. And you never have to catch more than one bottle of bugs. How many of those do we have now? Let's see. That should be on our quest screen. We have 7. Alright, not enough to do very much with. I don't... Actually, no, I was going to play the Sun Song, but I don't think there's anything to do here in the day yet. There will be, but we don't have what we need for it. I would not call the Zelda series open world. Wind Waker maybe for, like, the second half of it. Oh, that's... Oh, okay. Alright, so it does... Alright, the free shield is back there, but we can't get there yet. getting a little mixed up. But yeah, I wouldn't call these games open world, but they do have a lot of... Not even freedom. Freedom isn't even what I'm thinking of. There's a lot of going back and forth, and things open up as you get more items, and you can constantly come back to old areas and get new stuff, which is cool. I like it. Anyway, it's time to play the Sun Song. There's nothing left for us to do here at night. If I get used to the song enough, maybe I'll even be able to talk through playing it. Speedrunners do that all the time. I guess it's just muscle memory at that point. Alright, there is plenty to do here. Can we get some hearts back? I don't need rupees right now. Can we get the... Yeah, there we go. Good enough. There's, cuckoos running all around. Those are chickens. I guess I might as well show what happens if you attack. It's a tradition in all Zelda games. If you attack the chickens too much... they get angry. I don't think this is a never-ending stream of chickens. I think they will stop eventually, but the easiest way to get them to stop is just to zone out. You can't kill them, but they can kill you. But you have... actually, is Dampe around? Might as well talk to him just to see what he says. I know he's not, like, around, but I wonder what happens if you try to go into his house. Be quiet. It's only 12. I, Dampe the Gravekeeper, am in bed now. Go away and play. Maybe you can find a ghost in the daytime? I was kind of hoping he'd say exactly what time to come back. I know 12 is too late, because if I played the Sun Song now, he wouldn't be out. I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose, so you couldn't just have him come out, which is annoying, because he's already one of the most obnoxious things in the game. Anyway, there's no reason to attack the cuckoos. They're your friends. They help you get around. If you're carrying one and you jump off an edge, you fly. And I don't know if you're supposed to get over here like that, but you can, and I did. There technically isn't anything to do in this house yet, but let's just go in and take a look. Oh, this is Granny's potion shop. Gone for field study, please come. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Alright, so I guess I did just miss the thing I was looking for before. Well, anyway, there's a hole here, hole in the ground. Let's come down here and see what there is to see. Oh, those are butterflies. There's wasp nests in here. I don't think they do anything. There's a fish here. You can take it. You don't need it yet, though, and we only have one bottle. Just a nice little area that's hiding 20 rupees. Oh well. Well, at least we came down and checked. I don't think the wasp's nests do anything, but I am gonna knock one down and see if anything comes out. No, it doesn't look like there's anybody in there to care. Oh well. Just a piece of set dressing, I guess. In Twilight Princess, the wasp nests will actually have wasps that will attack you. Alright, so what's around here? There is a door here. Who's there? What a bad kid trying to enter from the rear door. Such a... Oh, jeez. Didn't mean to do that. Such a bad kid. I have to tell you some juicy gossip. The boss carpenter has a son. He's the guy who sits under the tree every night. Don't tell the boss I told you that. Well, the boss carpenter has 4 sons. Because the other carpenters are his sons. You get the idea. But I guess that's a son that he doesn't like to talk about. I'm pretty sure this ladder is just a way to get back. Yeah, I think this... Oh, it leads to a cuckoo. It's a good thing we came up over here. There are... I'm kind of speaking as if people who are watching don't already know this. I'm sure a lot of people know this already. But there are, I want to say, 10 cuckoos in the area. And they're all kind of hidden. You gotta find all of them and bring them back to one place. It's annoying, but it is a pretty important thing to do. I guess important might even be a bit of a stretch. It's nice. You get something very nice from it, but you don't need it. Then again... Oh, I didn't want to do that. Shoot. Went a little bit too far there. I wanted to try to get back to where that other one was. That's alright, we'll just go back the way we came. There's one of the carpenters. I feel like I keep saying this, but a lot of stuff is going to be coming back later. That's what I mean by, like, it's very, not open, but there's a really big sense of progression. Like, half the stuff you see in this game is just something you're supposed to take a mental note of and just remember it for later. Things really start opening up sort of towards the second half of the game. Alright, we're gonna get these. Don't fall in that hole, thank you. If you zone at all the chickens go back to where they were. Come on, come here. Come here. There we go. I was considering getting that fish down there, but we really truly don't need it. By the time we need it, there'll be better ways to get it. Alright, I don't remember exactly where all of the cuckoos are. Before we do that, let's talk to the person who's supposed to tell us that we need to do this. What should I do? My cuckoos have all flown away. You, little boy, please help me bring them back to this pen. You could ask why she's not doing it herself, but she'll tell you that later. I want to say her name is Anju? I only remember that because she's really important in Majora's Mask. Before anybody asks, no, I don't see myself doing a Let's Play of Majora's Mask. Not my favorite Zelda game. I've actually never played it all the way through. I've seen it all the way through, but I've never played it. I don't feel like I know all the little tips and tricks, and I also don't really enjoy it all that much. There's nothing wrong with the game, it's just not really my style. I don't like the constant, like, resetting of the time. It just, it bothers me. Fabulous game, though. I do like watching it. Alright, how are we getting up there? Probably with another chicken, if I had to guess. I'll try to catch these guys if I can. All day long, we are working on many construction projects in the village. It's going to take a while before everything is done. Our boss works us very hard. What's up, Navi? Impa said that the spiritual stone of fire is somewhere on Death Mountain. Yes, she did. I haven't forgotten. I'm just taking my time. I am the boss of the carpenters that Impa hired to improve this village and make it into a true city. But young men these days don't have any ambition. Do you know what I mean, kid? My workers are just running aimlessly around the village, and they're not making any progress at all. Even my own son doesn't have a job, and he just wanders around all day. They're all worthless, I tell you. Oh, I was under the impression that the carpenters were his family. Maybe that was a thing in Majora's Mask? Or maybe it's just a thing I just assumed out of thin air. Excuse me, my voice has been a little bit ragged lately. I feel like I've always got something going on with my throat. I can't even blame the kids this time. School's out for the summer. I guess I could talk about that a little bit, sort of where I've been and what's been going on. So I got a new teaching job. I'm going to be teaching... Wait, hold on. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going to be teaching 3rd grade general ed. Oh boy. Which is different from what I've been doing before. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but I've been teaching ESL, which is English as a Second Language. So I'm going to be going from just focusing on language to doing all 4 major subjects, which are, ooh, that's not the right way to do that. English, math, social studies, and science. So I guess I'm going to be brushing up on all those other skills. I'm not a math person. I have dyscalculia, which people usually describe it as like dyslexia for math. Functionally, it works a little bit differently, but it might as well be that. I have trouble with numbers. I have trouble with calculations. I read numbers wrong. I put numbers in the wrong place. For 3rd grade math, I think I can handle it. It's just like it's more complicated addition and subtraction, and then it's basic multiplication and division, and like some basic fraction and geometry stuff. Fractions have always been the bane of my existence, but like 3rd grade fractions are very simple. It's like single unit fractions, so like 3/1 to represent 3, and just doing that to get kids used to the idea of like a numerator and a denominator. I don't think there's any like adding or multiplying, and if there is, I'll figure it out, but needless to say, I'm a little bit nervous, but it's what I have to do if I want to get my license, and I do in fact want to get my license. I'm just glad we don't have to do any major geometry stuff. There is some amount of geometry, but it's very basic. It's like describing properties of shapes, how many sides, how many angles, calculating perimeter and area, which is the most basic calculations you can do for geometry. Even I can do that. And it's just based around the skills they're already learning, so multiplication and addition. Perimeter is just like, it's easy, you just add up the sides. But yeah, I'm getting kind of nervous. I don't know how much time I'm going to have exactly. It's weird. I'm going to have simultaneously probably more and less time than I did before. Because when I had my previous job, I was also doing a lot of private tutoring, which I loved. No complaints. But I was doing it at like odd times during the day. So there'd be a day where I'd have like maybe a couple hours in the middle of the day and then I'd be out at work again. And I think this job I have now is going to be a bigger workload, but it's going to be more contained than the other job was. So like, I'll probably spend more time working, but I'll probably have bigger chunks of free time. And because of the way things are organized, I'm probably going to be taking less work home with me. So who knows, maybe I'll have even more time to get recording done. Thank you for finding my cuckoos. I have allergies, so I get goosebumps when I touch them. Then why are you in this profession? I also have pet allergies. I would never become a dog breeder, but oh well, that's me. For helping me, I will give this to you. It's fine glass and should be useful. Please take good care of it. You got an empty bottle. Like I said, I could go back and get that fish, but it's really just not necessary. Please don't tease my cuckoos. Sorry, we already did. Is that all she's gonna... Yeah, that's all she's gonna say. She'll be... I'm not gonna say... Just assume that everything you see at some point is going to be important later. Ah, this is the house I was looking for before. This is the House of Skulltula. And this thing freaked me out mega big time when I was younger. We all look like this because of the spider's curse. If every spider of the curse in the entire world were destroyed, the curse would be broken. When you destroy a spider of the curse, a token will appear, collected as proof of your achievement. The number next to this icon on the quest status subscreen indicates how many spiders of the curse you have destroyed so far. When this icon is displayed next to the name of the area on the map subscreen, there are no more spiders in that area. Look for them not only out in the open, but also inside the dungeons. Of course, this is just our dream. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. If you break the curse on my family, we will make you very rich. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. As you collect Skulltula tokens, the curse will begin to break on various members of the family. If you're playing along, you do not have to get all 100 of them. I'm going to, but it's genuinely not worth it. This is one of those things where I'm fairly certain they put enough in the game so that you could reasonably find enough of them to like get the good rewards without having to really search for them. Not necessarily meant to be something that you complete 100%. But that's what I do, so it's what I'm gonna do. Well, make yourself at home. The food isn't ready yet, though. That's what you said last time. I suppose I should probably try to track down all 3 carpenters. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into all the various houses, talk to all the carpenters, and then I think we'll probably just head out. Oh, we were just here. Have I mentioned I have a really bad sense of direction yet? Because I do. That, I think, actually has to do with the dyscalculia. Because, like, coordination and, like, sense of direction has a lot to do with geometry and spatial awareness. I wonder if there's a way to work on that. This used to be the Great Impa's house, but she doesn't live here any longer. It is now open to all villagers. You are free to go on in. This village used to be a Sheikah village, but the Great Impa opened it to everyone. There is something in here. We can't get it yet. We can, but you have to really, really finagle it. Hey, kid, do you always enter other people's houses without permission? Didn't your parents teach you any manners? Oh well. Did you see a lady behind this house? She's going through hard times. Oh well. If that lady asks you about chickens, you should listen to her. What do you mean without permission? The guy outside just said we could come in. Yeah, see this heart piece, you're not supposed to be able to get it yet. Theoretically you can, but I'm not gonna bother glitching. I don't even think it's a glitch. I think you just have to land a really difficult jump that you're definitely not intended to be able to do. We'll come back for it later. There are a couple more places that we should look. I'm trying to think back to what the potion shop had in Hyrule, the Castle Town. I don't think they had anything worth going back for. There was red potion, but we probably won't need it. Now that I say that, we'll probably need it, but there's fairies. Well, I was about to say there's fairies in every dungeon, but I guess I can't guarantee that anymore. How do we get up there to talk to you? And I think that might be the other carpenter that we haven't spoken to. Alright. Come here. I'm just gonna let him come to me, I think. I don't think anything particularly interesting happens for talking to all of them. Look at that poor girl over there. She works so hard taking care of her chickens, even though touching them gives her goosebumps. What a trooper. I would really like to help her. I've just been feeling so charitable these days. Don't you feel that way too? Well, you say that, but you could, you could go help her. Bosses shouldn't be super hard on their workers, but these guys really are pretty lazy. No, I don't want to talk to you. If I haven't explained it yet, rolling does make you go faster, which is actually kind of annoying because you make a very loud, obnoxious sound when you do it. But I guess once you've been playing the game long enough, you just sort of tune it out. I thought I saw the other guy running around here. Oh no, that was the same guy. Well, we don't have to find the other guy right now. My little boy isn't here right now. I think he went to play in the graveyard. We'll go meet him later. I think this is the front of that house. Oh, there's the other carpenter. A job where you can make a lot of money without much effort. The only thing I can think of is thievery. Is that a bad idea? I know I said I wouldn't say it, but remember that for later. I think we're done here. Are we done here? We could go back to... No, we're not going back to Hyrule. Or Castletown. We're gonna be here many more times. We don't have to go do the mask thing right now. Try to be at least a little bit efficient about this. Oh, there is actually a guy we didn't talk... There's a couple guys we didn't talk to. Shoot. We are not quite done there. I missed something really important, actually. It's nothing that can do anything for us right now, but it's something that's going to be important. I'm sure anyone who's played before knows what I'm talking about. It's just something to set up, because, again, I'm coming in this with the knowledge of having played the game a couple times and watched it many times, but this is something that is supposed to be setting up something big. Also, I'm fairly sure you can get over... You're supposed to be able to get up to that guy. I'll try it one more time. You're not intended to be able to do this, but this is a way to get a heart piece early. You're supposed to side jump or... Either side jump or backflip. I can't remember what. I'm going to try it one more time, and then I'm not going to bother, because I can just come back and get it easily later. I don't need... Whoa! Oh, that obviously wasn't going to work. That I got stuck on the wall there. Okay, I'll give it one more try this time. But yeah, I don't need to get this heart piece early. It's just if there's cool little sequence breaks that I know I'm capable of doing, I might as well show it off. In some ways, the graphics are old, but I don't think I'm gonna make it now. Oh, I made it, I think. Is this gonna work? Yes! I did it. Talk to me, please. Please talk to me, thank you. Hey, good to see you again. I'll give you this as a memento. Again? When did we see that guy? Well, that did complete another heart container, so it's nice that we got that. But yeah, I was gonna say, in some ways the graphics are definitely old and outdated, but in some ways they do still hold up. The sky still looks really nice. Alright, where's that last building that I wanted to go into? There it is. They made a point of giving the well not only a name, but characteristics. Oh, I have to go in there to... Oh, no, here it is. Here's the door. Yeah, this is connected to the well. This is my favorite song in the game. You knew it was going to be. It's everyone's favorite song. Go around and around and around. What fun. I'm so happy. I'm a music man who loves to go around and around. Go around and around. I'm trying to come up with a musical theme inspired by this windmill, going around and around and around. Well, you might think that means you gotta pull out your ocarina. Well, you can, but you can't do anything here yet. Hold on a second. I'm trying to do this by memory. Alright. Yeah, see, just to show, that's what the song's supposed to be. And you can kind of get a hint by listening to the background music, but that doesn't do anything right now. We'll be back. I think I'm gonna end the episode here, and, well, I'll walk up to the mountain while I'm doing the outro. Because we're out of time, and Death Mountain is going to be, like, a whole thing. So as I wander around and get lost, thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode where we really get around to scaling Death Mountain this time, and more than likely make it to the Goron City. Bye-bye!